What if trees are talking? Sometimes, when I walk through a forest, I have a strange feeling. Not that I'm alone, but that I'm surrounded by conversations. Not conversations I can hear, conversations I was never meant to understand. What if trees are talking? Not to us, to each other. I'm not saying that's true. I don't know, but let's investigate. Because sometimes, the biggest discoveries begin with questions that sound impossible. We often believe, if we can't hear something, nothing is happening. But history has taught us something different. Just because we can't hear it, doesn't mean there is no sound. There was a time when humans couldn't see bacteria. They still existed. We couldn't detect radio waves. They were already surrounding us. Reality doesn't depend on what humans can perceive. Maybe our ears simply weren't built for every conversation. Scientists eventually asked, could trees communicate? It sounded impossible. Trees have no mouths, no ears, no brains. So what exactly would communication mean? The answer began with insects. When insects attacked certain trees, those trees released chemicals into the air. Nearby trees detected those chemicals. Before the insects arrived, they began preparing their defenses. No words, no voices. Yet information moved. Communication doesn't always require language. Sometimes, it only requires information. Then scientists looked underground, and they discovered another forest. Invisible. Roots, fungi, connections. A hidden world beneath our feet. Tree roots connect with fungi. Fungi connect with other trees. One tree, then another, then hundreds more. Scientists call these mycorrhizal networks. Many people call it the wood wide web. Carbon can move, water can move, nutrients can move, chemical signals can move. The forest is far more connected than we once imagined. Some studies suggest older trees sometimes support younger ones. Researchers even began calling them mother trees. It's a beautiful idea. Science asks us to be careful. Trees exchange chemicals. Evidence supports that. Trees exchange resources. Evidence supports that. Trees respond to changes in their environment. Evidence supports that. But do trees think? We don't know. Researchers have also measured electrical signals moving through plants, not brains, not thoughts, but information still travels. The forest is much quieter than a city, but perhaps it is no less active. Then another question appears. What exactly is intelligence? Must intelligence always require a brain? Must communication always require words? Octopuses solve problems using a nervous system very different from ours. Slime molds find efficient paths without having a brain at all. Plants survive using strategies that evolved over hundreds of millions of years. Nature has never been limited to one design. Perhaps our definition of intelligence is still incomplete. Trees have stood here for hundreds of millions of years. They witnessed changing climates. They witnessed extinction. They witnessed humanity arrive, and many of them may witness humanity disappear. Maybe the real mystery isn't whether trees communicate. Maybe the real mystery is why humans expect every form of intelligence to look like us. Maybe words are only one way to communicate. Maybe silence isn't the absence of communication, Maybe it's simply a language we have never learned. The next time you walk through a forest, don't ask whether the trees are talking. Ask something harder. If another form of intelligence already exists beside us, would we even recognize it? Or would we simply walk past, believing the silence meant nothing at all? Maybe